All right, welcome back to Far Far Away, Merely More, episode 6. I'm Kadon.
What's going on, guys? It's RV.
I already know, back with another video. You know how you been reading, what you been saying.
I'm in good still. I know that like it's kind of been like a bit since like we last dropped an episode and stuff, but
Yeah,
we're back. We're back in the like workshop again with everything. So yeah, this episode finna be blessed. How about yourself, man?
sir, sir. Back stronger, better, bigger, and stronger. Um, just been doing my thing as usual. I've been preparing for this episode specifically for the
Hey,
past month, making sure it's gonna be perfect for for all our lovely viewers and stuff. All two of them.
Zach, we're back bigger and stronger, just like Kanye in that one song. Fast lights. What do I know? Fast
Breathe
lights.
faster, better, and stronger.
Oh yeah, that one too. Faster, better,
What are you
stronger.
talking about? Fast late. What's that one? Is that like the one with
As I recall,
three?
that's not even. Wait.
Yo, oh,
Oh,
what?
I'm mixing it up. You're singing the right one. I was thinking about stronger, but I was singing what song is that? Flashing Lights. I was thinking about Flashing Lights.
Oh,
Yeah.
flashing lights, lights,
Yeah.
lights.
What do I know? I was
Oh,
saying fast lights. I just took that in. It's
that's tripping.
flashing lights. Yeah, I got mixed up with the Kanye lyrics, guys. Don't watch that up.
So this episode got a few interesting topics lined up. A few developments. I don't know if you guys heard regarding aliens and stuff. We talked about it one time before, but um honestly, like people like you'll see. But talking about aliens, and like the male experience versus female experience, and then just gonna chop it up. Review. Well, what are your thoughts regarding like aliens, and do you think we're being lied to, or do you think the information that's out there regarding like UAPs and UFOs are is accurate?
I found this article like interesting, like that photo in particular, because like there's always like photos out there and stuff of like people saying, "Oh, we caught a UFO like in the sky and stuff," but like it looked mad Photoshop and stuff. Even this one, I even thought it was a bit Photoshop, but like I found it interesting because people are always doing that, and like it makes you always just think, is aliens real or aliens not real? So it always puts stuff on the surface to make people just come up with their thesis saying, oh, I guess aliens aren't real because this photo doesn't look real, or I guess they are real because look at this other photo. So I found it interesting. I'm I kind of think it's real, like I said, but um it's interesting to me. Like I don't know if you see like part around the defense department. It says like they're investigating over 800 cases from like 1996 to now, and like they're saying that like only 2 to 5% could be described as possibly really anomalous. So like it makes you think like, are most of these fake then? Like, what do you think, bro?
That's a good point. Like, especially in this day and age, it's very easy to make fake cases and fake everything. So you gotta keep your head up for that. But
Hmm.
at the same time, it wouldn't be the first time that like arbitrary numbers, like meaningless numbers, are being thrown out to kind of confuse people.
Hmm. Hmm.
So it could go either way. Like, personally, I found it unlikely that we're the only like life in the universe. So I think there are aliens. I don't know about them being among us or anything like that, but uh I'm definitely not discounting it.
Hmm.
Um,
Oh shoot, they said it turns out it was Bart Simpson, a balloon. Wait.
you know, Bart Simpson, he could be an alien too. To be honest.
Question though, I think we should like kind of just like do research on this a bit because like I've always wanted to know this. Where did that photo of in the UFO began? Like who like drew that photo and just said, "Oh, this is what a UFO would look like if it was real?" Because just the idea of like people just looking at a photo and be like, "Oh, that's a UFO." Like, where did that come from? Like or like because like UFOs clearly not a spaceship. People always say it's like something that comes from an alien like planet that aliens use. So like who came up with that photo as well? Like who came up with that photo of like an alien too, you know what I mean? Because like we're just looking at these like photos and be like, ah, that's an alien. Ah, that's UFO. It's like, yo, like we're identifying and stuff so quick and stuff.
Flying saucer is a descriptive term for a type of flying craft. This shaped flyers are interpreted as being sporadically recorded since the Middle Ages. Damn, when's the Middle Ages? It's like 2000 around 15th century.
Yeah, the 15th century. So like, yeah, that's time ago.
Yeah, yeah. So on January 25th, 1878, when was the War of 1812? Shit, you took too long, bro. That's a
Yeah,
yo,
yeah,
that's
I couldn't even think of it real quick. Wait. What was that again? Fuck, I forgot.
1812, bro. Oh no. Gotta go back to school.
Yo, my history is off. Totally forgot what that is like. But wait, what's that again?
The War of 1812?
Yeah.
It's like the war that occurred in 1812.
Wait, like who fought though?
It's
Because like 1812, wait, what countries are we talking? Because around that time, slavery was happening, no?
oh yeah, between the Americans and the slaves. Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Shit, wait, 1812. Now I'm thinking, wait, isn't
What
it War of 1912?
there might have been one like there might have been a war of 1912, but I don't think so.
Oh,
But
you're right.
hold on.
People finna listen to us and be like, yo, do these guys even know their history?
Remind
I'm
me.
debating if there's a war of 1912. No, you're right, fam. I just searched it up. It's when America and its indigenous allies went against the United Kingdom for what's it called? I think this is for their independence, no? Or something. Or
Say
wait,
I'm sorry.
I think that's for their independence.
Low key, I was right. Coming from me, but I was right. Except for the 1912 part.
Yeah, because 1912, I was thinking,
That's World War One.
yeah, World War One. Yeah, World War One. Or no, that's not 1912. Shit. Yo,
Yeah,
we going
19.
back to history class, fam. I can't remember shit.
I swear to me.
Like I don't know the whole entire story of this. Still gotta do my research, but like it's just interesting to be the flying disc like drawing that people always put onto like their papers when someone says draw UFO. And that.
Yo, it could be propaganda.
Yeah, that's a great way to look at it. Propaganda, yeah.
But then all the current sightings are like a lot of articles are talking about like glowing orbs. Bro, yo, speaking of aliens, I don't know if you've seen like on IG they have the on 6 Plus posted like that trail like the a trail of stars. It looked like a trail of stars going through the sky and and then and people are like, yo, don't worry about it. It's Starlink, it's Elon Musk, it's satellites, it's
What?
no,
Wait, and I haven't seen that.
yeah,
Wait, like 6 Plus posted this?
I'll see if I can send it to you. 6 Plus sent, yeah, 6 Plus posted it. It was a while ago. But bro, I saw it like I was out that night and I saw it in the sky.
Oh, you saw it in the sky as well. Oh shit. So
Bro,
this was in like Toronto
yes,
that
bro.
like this video was recorded. Oh shit.
Um, like bro, and I'm telling you, it was not and it wasn't satellites or Starlink. Yo, bro, I seen that it was going through the sky. It was like one star like glowing thing, glowing light. that looked like a star that was closer to Earth, and then a trail of smaller ones following equidistantly behind it, going in one direction, and then it didn't like fly anywhere. It just faded into nothingness. It didn't go around the
What? Oh
horizon. It
shit.
just faded. It
Bro,
faded.
why does this sound like, one of those scenes of Mario Galaxy?
Super Mario Galaxy.
Yeah, Super Mario Galaxy.
I
When
forgot.
he's going to the Milky Way, and then like the stars kind of make that trail around him. But
Oh,
no, but I know that's not like similar in any sense, but like that's just what popped up in my mind. Do you remember the exact month
uh,
and day? Because like I wonder if
it
it was
was
this in May
it was
or
last month. It was
April.
definitely last month.
Oh, jeez.
Bro, I'm telling you, it wasn't no Starlink, blah blah blah. Like I don't know what it was, but I don't know. I can't. I've seen satellites going through the air or going through the night sky and shoot
Yeah.
wasn't whatever. They
What,
don't fade into
what is
nothingness.
that? What that? What that?
Like
Oh,
all
what
that
that?
happened. I was
What is
driving and I
that?
pulled over my car
You
because I was
see
like, "Yo, am I
this?
about to die? What is this?" Like I didn't know. I thought it was an alien invasion, but like I was
Yeah.
scared, bro. I was like, "Damn!" I thought I was witnessing a miracle. It was,
Geez, so like when you saw it in six was you're like, oh shit, I wasn't the only one that caught this.
yeah, bro. I don't
That's
know.
nuts. I actually didn't even know that happened. That would get I don't even follow Six Buzz anymore because it just got to the point they're posting a lot of just drama that I was just like, wow, this is not really Six Buzz related anymore. It just seems like they're posting Roadstar stuff. So
Yeah.
yeah, I haven't seen their content in a minute.
So yeah. So yeah, there's that, and then so basically this article just goes through um the conference. I think NASA had a conference detailing what was like everything regarding UFOs. And they just listed a bunch of problems and concluded saying, "Oh, it's inconclusive and reports will be released later." So reports will be released in July, and we'll find out more about conclusive evidence regarding I don't know whatever they're researching in
Mhm.
July. I
What's the
suppose
comments saying?
comments is super what I'm saying. Welcome to Yahoo Comments. Please
You
keep
see,
commenting.
yeah, that's like something I was like saying a bit like over 800 cases and no transparency as usual. Where are these cases and how do we comment on them? More smoke and mirrors, nothing new. That's like something like I was kind of thinking like a bit like that's what I was saying. Like they said most of the like yeah, there was a low percentage of like the amount that of like sightings are quote unquote real. So that's why like I always think, oh shit, like yeah, it's a new thing, but like what if this is just like playing onto its conspiracy of aliens still and like just UFOs. So yeah, like I see where that guy's coming from in a way.
I agree with that point as well. It's no real progress until you make the progress.
I have zero faith in our government. Oh damn, this guy just let it rip. NASA would deny any information anyway. I bet they laughed it up good before giving this rubbish report and find it. Lol. And then they put the alien emoji and the thumbs up emoji.
Says Kenny.
And
How you feeling?
his profile photo as a UFO with the British flag.
Oh,
Don't kill me, bro.
oh, it's UFO. I thought that said UFG.
UFG. I believe there's something out there, but if they were here to hurt us, they would have done it by now.
Real shit. Real shit.
They're probably like, if there are aliens, they're probably like way stronger than us. Like they're
Oh,
probably like 17 feet tall.
but then
They just
again,
like have crazy ass strength.
bro, like that's true, but there's also a big discrepancy between the like I don't know what you want to call it, the more advanced, like the elite among us, and then the us type of people. Like they have technology that are hundreds of years in the future out there, and they're using like think about military tech and stuff like that. Like it's crazy, bro. It's
Yeah,
crazy.
what do you think their history is? You know how like they say in like history class, oh shit, we didn't start using nuclear bombs, countries didn't start creating nuclear bombs until after I think 1940 something or 1950. I don't know like my whole entire facts. You guys don't watch that, but like I think like they
Science.
said it was
Good
like
luck.
I think it was like 50 years ago or 60 years ago or 70 years ago, but
Oh yeah, yeah.
they say like we didn't make nuclear bombs until that time. But imagine they created nuclear bombs like 5,000 years ago.
Oh shit.
So imagine what they have now. Crazy thing.
That'd be wow, they could annihilate us in a second.
A lie, but it would have to be a planet with water, no? What planets have water accordingly
Oh, there's like this
other
doc.
than
I
Earth?
think I told you about it. Like apparently Pluto has water, Mars has water, one of like Titan has water. Apparently there's multiple planets even in our solar system that have water, bro.
Hmm. So yeah, there's a possibility, but it takes time to get there. Have you watched like Interstellar, bro?
Yo, I love that movie. That was a great.
It's a really good movie. Remember like how time worked in that movie? I think like he was gone for 6 months to where was it? Did he go to Mars?
We went to another solar system. He went to a wormhole.
Oh yeah, he went through a whole something like that. I remember that, yeah. And I think that was like 20 years on Earth, that amount of time he was gone. So like it would take time for someone to go to like those planets that have water. So like in order to figure out that it would take time to like go to any planet far from Earth that has water to see if there's like life there. So yeah. But imagine if like they go there and like it's just like that episode of Starve and Marvin for South Park. Have you watched that? That episode of South Park?
Is that where? Wait, what's that? What episode is that? I probably did.
It's with the Ethiopian family.
Shit, I don't remember.
I
Well,
think like an Ethiopian kid named Marvin. He sneaks onto Earth through a UFO, and then everyone's like, "Oh my gosh!" I think like Cartman's like, "Oh my gosh, man, why are you so skinny?" This and that. Like, but I like they're just like saying like this guy's like very poor and stuff. Like, where is he from? But he was like speaking tongues, and basically I think they ended up going back to his planet and they discovered that they live in a whole nother planet, his family and like just like his people. And yeah, they're just starving because they don't really got that much food on their planet and shit. So like imagine like they go to like one of those planets and like the people are just like a bunch of people starving and they're not scary whatsoever. That like people say aliens are crazy.
oh, but then they're all starving. Then how would they be? How would they get to our planet?
No, like if like we went to their planet
Oh,
and then we discovered that. But if they got to our planet, that's probably that they probably found out we got food on Earth. So they're probably like, ah, shit, yo, we got to get food somewhere or another because our people haven't had food for years.
we got a lot of starving people here. Yeah, maybe what if aliens came here and saw us and we're just like, ew.
Ew.
Now, we need some help.
Yeah, what?
Ain't
You
us?
guys eat 3 meals a day on average? Ew. We eat 20.
Alright, that's aliens. Oh, okay. And now men and women, no big difference. Technically, men and women are aliens, as because men are from Mars and women are from Venus. So
Shout out to school. Shout out to elementary school.
cooties and stuff.
Oh yeah, cooties too. Yeah.
So this article is just talking about the like difference between men and women. Um so I'll just read out a little bit. So Mars and Venus sex differences appear to be as mythical as Man and the Moon, 2005 analysis of 46 meta analysis that were conducted during the last 2 decades of the 20th century underscores that men and women are basically alike in terms of personality, cognitive ability, and leadership. Psychologist Jeanette Shibley Hyde, a PhD of the University of Wisconsin in Madison, discovered that males and females from childhood to adulthood are more alike than different on most psychological variables, resulting in what she calls a gender similarities hypothesis. The analytical techniques that revolutionized the study of gender differences starting in 1980s. She analyzed how prior research assessed the impact of gender on many psychological traits and abilities, including cognitive abilities, verbal and nonverbal communication, aggression, leadership, self-esteem, moral reasoning, and motor behaviors. So basically, that's just saying, yeah, men and women are just not that different, to be honest. Being completely honest.
Mhm.
Do you agree with that, Reeve?
Yeah, I've never really cared so much about like that argument when people are just like I think Red Pill does this a lot where they're just like men and women are different, like they just aren't equal at all. Like I never really cared about that argument, to be honest. Like that's not where I stand. But that makes sense to me. Like I don't know what would make us different in those regards at all. Like I think the second paragraph says only a few main differences appeared compared with women. Men could throw farther, were more physically aggressive, masturbated more, and held more positive attitudes about sex in uncommitted relationships. So like there's only that difference they're saying. So like yeah, I never really thought they men and women were different at all, to be honest. Like I know like in regards to like when you're dating, yes, like there you might have like two different roles and stuff, but like in general, when it comes to self-esteem, um, people always make the argument, oh shit, like girls are more emotional. I could see how like someone would say that, like just like maybe like based on just like when someone's growing up and stuff, but like bro, I know girls that are like um more like I guess emotionally intelligent than guys I know. So
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. What do you think, bro?
Me too. I agree. It's like uh, I don't think there's really too
Or
much.
emotionally secure, that's what I'm emotionally secure then.
Uh, Actually, wouldn't it be both, like emotionally intelligent and emotionally secure? Like generally, I find that women have higher emotional intelligence and security. Actually, I'd say they have more emotional intelligence, but less emotional security. Like I feel like with the women that I've interacted with, they 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 kind of rely more on outside input for their
Mm-hmm.
for how they feel about themselves in terms of like emotionally, I guess. That seems like that's self-reliancy, I think. I don't know.
I would say like a big thing is like how someone was raised, like I feel like if someone's raised in a household where like their parents tell them, yeah, it's okay to like be in tune with your emotions. If you feel a certain type of emotion, act on it immediately. And like if they're raised, if that's how they go about in their life and they never get consequences for it, maybe that's how their personality will be, or not even their personality, how they react to certain situations will be. So like those girls that you're saying that are you said that like they're emotional and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Like they came off like very just like would they just get upset very easily, or um like what do you mean in that regard?
I mean, like just seeking outside validation, it doesn't mean anything truly. It's
Mhm. Yeah, so I'd say like that's definitely a part of just like how they're raised for sure, and like um just like the era that they're into, because I think that's where people get mixed up too, because like we're in an era where like a lot of people on validation, men and women, just from just social media in general, like people do it in different ways. So it's like the girls we may come across, they might be categorized in that way because of like the generation that we're coming from compared to like let's say a woman that they said like this revolutionized the study of gender differences started in 1980s. Like a woman, let's say in the 1980s, she didn't have social media, so like she probably wasn't seeking validation as much, to be honest. So like, yeah, I don't think there's really that much of a difference on like that basic stuff. Like I know people that like are guys and like like they might cry at a situation that like a girl I know won't. So
Yeah,
it just really depends. It's very complex in my opinion.
I agree, man. I think it comes down more so to the person than to the like the gender, such as sex. It's like
Hmm.
that plays a part in someone's upbringing. It plays like a very large part in how they're treated by their family and the rest of society. So gender in that way plays a big role in terms of like differences between from person to person. But if you take a boy child and a girl child and you put them both without like the pressures or the whatever everything that society every without outside influences that society puts on them,
Hmm.
like is gonna you're probably gonna see that they don't like they're gonna go up like a monkey.
Oh, yeah, no, that's facts. Yeah, people say that all the time about like what you just said. It's like you take them to a place like maybe like I don't know, maybe some Tarzan stuff. You put them in the jungle and stuff, and then you probably put cameras around to see like how they develop and stuff. One, like they won't be speaking really any language, to be honest, and like their ethics and morals that we have in society will not be the same at all. It just won't be the same at all. So, yeah, exactly. They, man and woman, I feel like they would just kind of not be so much of a difference in that regard at all. But the question is like, would they just resort to their primitive instincts in that case? Would they just be identifying more with their primitive ways, like just recognizing that together once they've got into like the age of just both being able to give each other consent in situations like any type of sexual relations and realizing that in order to bring more of a life or just do stuff in general, they have to participate in that. Would they just resort in that instinct more of like just the oh um people in society be like you're a guy, you gotta be the one bringing in the funds and stuff, like, or
Yeah,
you're a girl, you gotta be in the nurture and stuff. Like, would they like what would they do in that situation? Because they would not be in any society at all. Like they would
yeah,
it should be a restart.
it's a good point. And like I don't know, unless you do that experiment, which I would not recommend personally.
Yeah, no, like that's yeah, that's not
It's like
a good experiment.
you don't really know what our primitive instincts have become because we've been evolving for so long with
Mhm.
with all these kinds of influences. So when you remove those, what have our primitive instincts like? What do our genes really tell us now? Like, would it tell us to act like a bonobo monkey or like an ape or something, or what it
Mhm.
our human genes lead us to do something more civilized, seek out like peace? Like what how would we turn that's actually a really good question, bro. Like how would we turn out now? Like how have our genes changed like on a primitive level? Like when we rely on
Yeah.
primitive instincts, what do they look like now? What
And I feel like if like there's like cameras being put in that situation to record that person too, it'd be like some Truman Show type shit because like that person would be living in a bubble and they'd be like being watched by so many people and like in actual society seeing that person live too, which yeah, it'd be pretty messed up to do that to someone. But at
yeah,
the same time, it's like, yeah, like what would that person's just main instincts be? Like even just eliminating the Truman Show stuff, I think they involved actors into Truman's life. So like without any actors, without any setting, what would that look like?
You don't condone isolating children from society. Um, just saying.
What if we do? I'm playing.
Yo, but what?
I'm playing. Therefore, guys, if you have children, you're listening to this podcast right now, as long as they're under the age of 2, just know, sign up for a program. We want to just see what your child's just
We're also
primitive instincts would be in certain situations if we put them in a whole entire dystopia where like they don't know what the fuck is going on. They don't have any human interaction at
don't even
all.
watch that. Don't even watch that, bro.
Yeah,
We're running a daycare. We're running a daycare. Don't worry about your kids. Okay, just drop them off and we'll take care of them for you. Okay, that'd be an interesting situation.
That'd be an interesting situation.
I mean, hold on. I'm not talking. I'm talking about like if you isolated a kid. That's oh shit. That'd be a very bad situation.
Yeah.
That'd be very bad. But it would like the results. It would be interesting to see like what our instincts would lead us to. Like I'm
Seriously, yeah.
That's all I'm saying. I ain't no psychopath.
Yeah, because like the thing is too, like what if that person's instincts, I think they've done this before actually, like like how there's like feral children, right? There's people that actually like dead ass do that stuff at times to their children. They'll like tell them children to fend for themselves somewhere, and then their children sometimes will just like learn some stuff like from other animals that they see in nature or some shit. Like I know there's like a case, and then when that person was found, feral and stuff, I think when they put them in a house and stuff, like they were just totally different than like just an like a person in society. But like in that case too, like oh, is that
Yeah,
that's Ukraine.
that's why I shouldn't be laughing at that, bro.
Yeah. Well, the thing is that just an actor? Is that the actual person they caught on camera?
I think this is an actual person, bro.
Oh, damn.
That is portray. Oh no, it's an actor portraying the real life story.
I was about to say, damn. They caught the yeah. I'm not gonna say what I was about to say. I was gonna say I can't say it.
Yeah. So this girl had been living with dogs raised by dogs for 6 years. She was from when she was 8. So was there when she got there when she was 2. The parents were alcoholics and they left her outside. And she caught what they left her outside, and then she found the dogs in the kennel, and I guess they raised her. You ran them
These mongrel dogs, dude.
down.
Yeah.
She only
No, that's child abuse, of course. Like
oh no, yeah, that's beyond fucked up.
yeah, it's beyond. Yeah. But I guess like still though, like I think I was having this conversation with like one of our friends, T. I was having a conversation with her, and like we said like the same thing. What if we put someone just like in a whole setting that's like not like even like a room or anything, just like a whole setting that's just not something we've ever seen. So someone would have to make it up and stuff and just see how that child develops and stuff. Because like even in that situation, a feral child, they're still in society in a way. They're still living in society. So what if you put someone, let's say, in just like I guess some Truman Show type beat, but like but not like having the same type of elements of what's in society, like cars and all that stuff. Like maybe just like a white wall room. Like this is yes, I don't want this to happen to anyone, but I just had a conversation with our friend, and what would that person do once you've ripped them out of that place? Like what would they do? Like would their first instinct to be when they have a conversation with someone to like hurt them bad, like some would they choose to commit a crime instantly? Like what would they do in those situations? Because they would not be following the same morals and ethics that we do. Because to be honest, we're born to a society that's was built over many years. So the reason that we like follow certain acts and ethics and morals is because of the society that we're in, especially that is a factor through maybe religions that we're following, be a factor of like how you're raised in school. Just so many different ways we lived our life based on what was put in society for us, and it's an individual experience for many different people. Because like
Right.
someone that's like maybe born into a neighborhood that's like not really good, like, and when I say not really good, like maybe just a lot of crime happens there, and just like they just come across things that might not be good for them, like they come across like guns or alcohol when they're a child, they're
Facts.
kind of living in a different society than like someone in the suburbs, and their mindsets are going to be totally different, but they're still in the same society. They're just having different experiences, which raises them in a certain way. But yeah.
All right. And that's a good point because that actually points to like what if it's we all come from different parts of the society, but it's still like a society, a world society, and there's global systems in place like trade routes, and countries are working with each other. There are some isolated countries, but like for the most part, there's a global system, and
Mhm.
people can from all kinds of different cultures can with all kinds of different mindsets can still work together and build together and stuff, even though we're not doing it as efficiently as we could. So like, what if social cooperation is like the natural progression? Because even if you look at nature, all these animals, when a baby animal is born, you're looked after for the most part. You're looked after by your whoever birthed you, and then you're left to go fend for yourself. That's what it's like here. It's different, but it's more like it's softer, but maybe that's a natural progression for life itself. It's like
Mhm.
unless if you don't have your like strong genes or instincts to rely upon, and then you have to rely upon like the people who gave you life, then maybe like this is how like it's supposed to, even if you remove outside influences, like in the case that we just looked at, the world that was raised by dogs started acting like a dog. So
Yeah, that's
that acting
true.
like the thing that raised you, right? So
Yeah.
if you get raised by nothing, then you'd be like, well, what would happen then? Like you'd just be like super introspective. Like, well, what would happen if you're raised by
For real, that bro, it's really interesting because even like I said in the Truman Show situation, Tr- um, Truman, he was just still um learning, just he was learning how to like navigate life, just like a human on Earth, like he's kind of learning the same way. He was put into a city and stuff, and he had like actors that were playing characters in his life, but like basically he was still being taught by someone how to act and stuff. So it's like, what if you don't even have that? So
good.
yeah, bro, that's, it's mad interesting. But of course you don't want that experiment to ever be done to anyone, because that's horrible, that's messed up, that's
All right, that's
violating
cool.
someone's privacy. But yeah, like, but it's so interesting because um, just like what a lot of people in the Western world with their like different like ideologies and beliefs, what would someone that like believes in zodiac signs say in that situation? Like when they just observe that person that was just growing up in just something that is nothing to do with any society on earth, and just learn how to navigate life from nothing. Like what would that person say? Like, oh, they're just really to themselves, they give me some Pisces energy. Oh my gosh, like, huh? Like what are you talking about? like people would still have their ideologies and stuff, even in that case, I feel like, because of stuff they've still learned in society, which is so interesting. It's really interesting. Yeah.
All right, bro. The most I could think of would be like you're put in a room the, that reflected night and day cycles like we live 20 or like say approximately 12 hours of light, 12 hours of darkness, and you're given food and water maybe once or twice a day from birth, and there's nothing outside of that food and that water, and there's nothing else. That's like that's hell. That's torture. Like,
Yeah, it's torture. Prison, like someone
I'd
like
be
in solitary confinement, like that could even be.
like no like so yeah,
Yeah,
solitary confinement, but
that
like
could be
no
deemed
knowledge, like
too as that.
no knowledge of anything outside of that. Like, would you like would the food and water become like your god? Like what? Like you would
Mm,
like what would
mm,
raise you? Like what would
yeah,
biology? What would your internal language be like? It would, I'd be
yeah,
so
that's what I'm
confused.
saying. Yeah, because even yeah, it goes so deep. I think like they teach us in like people that study like sociology, and stuff like people with sociology degrees. They learn about this in university and stuff. But like it just makes you think like just so much stuff that we do, it's just built around what we had in our individual societies. Like you said, like speaking English, or speaking any type of language. So
Yeah,
damn, it's wild. It's really interesting. It's really interesting, bro.
interesting stuff. But so yeah, that's the difference between a man and a woman. Um, and then
Like I said, guys, we do not want this experiment that we're talking about to ever be put
no,
on anyone to be experimented for this like just analysis of what would happen. So no, we don't hope that happens to anyone, and we don't want that to happen to anyone. But if you guys want that to happen to anyone, that's another story. That's what
yeah,
you want.
I should get some help if that's
Yeah,
what.
get some help, guys. Yeah. Like, what are you doing? Why are you thinking about something like that? Come on. People cry doing their math homework. Some of you never had to spend hours in the kitchen table crying as your dad shouts, "What is 3 times 7?" I know those ones actually. I know those ones. Yeah. Yeah, no, I have experienced that before. Like when growing up, like yeah, my parents were always like, "Yo, you gotta be on the ball with your math homework, all that stuff." No, I know those ones, but the thing is though, looking back at it, I understand why my parents were doing that. Like a lot of people, they might just look at that as like, oh my gosh, like your parents would be hard on you, but it's kind of just to push you to want to do that type of work. But at the end of the day, that's not something I'm doing now, math or anything. But it's kind of just like when you're a kid, you have to be pushed by your parents to do stuff in order for you to gain a worth ethic in anything that you're trying to accomplish. So that's their love of trying to push you to do something. Because there's a lot of parents that are, like they believe, oh, it's like there's nothing against uh any way that someone chooses to raise a kid. That's how you choose, and there's nothing wrong with that. But like there's
I wouldn't say that, bro. Like,
well, yeah, you know what? Yeah, I shouldn't say that. No,
that,
there's yeah, yeah,
that
no,
wrong
but I
with
mean like anything that's not harmful to your child. There's nothing doing that, but yeah, I just took that. Yeah, yeah, like yeah, like if someone's like, "Yo, no, I point a gun at my child every single time," they talk back to me like, "Yeah, that's it." Yeah, I can't be
what?
saying, "Yo, you know what? How you're raising your kid? Maybe that's a good way that you're doing that. It's teaching them discipline all the time." But like, yeah, like when you're a kid, like you kind of have to get that motivation stuff. So that's your parents' way of just pushing you to do that. But as you get older, you realize that you could do that by yourself. Like you don't need that crutch to do that at all.
Oh, that's crazy what she's doing. That's
Coffee,
that's some crazy stuff. That's some crazy
coffee,
stuff.
coffee.
See what she? Oh,
Yeah, that's wild.
why? What's the
But
point of even put? That's
oh, wait, so
nasty.
that's like
Bro.
2 in 1. That's wild.
I know there's no liquid coming up from that straw, so there's no point in having the straw. Like you're just getting caught, like smoking
I
your.
guess that person, yeah. So her doing that whole joint in the straw thing for the Starbucks coffee. I guess she's sucking the coffee and sucking. That's I shouldn't be saying sucking. She's slurping the coffee, the coffee, and inhaling the joint at the same time. Yeah.
There's no way that there's any liquid coming up in that straw though. Like she put a hole in it.
Yeah.
And if there is, it's smoke,
That
weed.
must be weird though. Then what's going up first? Do you think the smoke's going up first or the coffee's going up first?
I think it's only the smoke. I don't think there's any like if you like when she sucks, is she's sucking on the spliff. There's no liquid like there's a usually the straw works
Hold
because it's
up.
one hole. There's a hole at the top and hole at the bottom, but she put a
Mm.
hole in.
Would ashes be getting in the liquid though?
Exactly, like little bits of the weed, unless there's a filter. But like, I don't know. There definitely, if there is liquid coming up, it would taste like weed. It
Oh,
don't taste like anything else. Either way, no matter what, it's nasty. In my
yeah,
opinion.
that's nasty.
No, like just
People be doing anything for TikTok at times, man.
what do you think that's gonna look like in 2040?
2040? Feel like there's gonna be a new social media that like everyone's gonna be using. People are gonna like the people would have forgotten about Facebook around that time, probably.
No social media? Yeah, I could like a monopoly, like a social media monopoly.
Yeah, but like it's gonna have like features that like we don't even use right now for like the social medias that we're using. I feel like, but or maybe they'll still be maintaining Instagram and TikTok around that time because Instagram's been going strong for over 10 years now.
That's true.
So
That's true.
it is
So
possible Instagram will still be strong around that time.
so is like cocaine. I don't know. Not Selena.
You said cocaine. So it's okay.
Have you ever had a bad experience with a taxi driver?
Taxi driver. I haven't taken a taxi in time.
Yeah. Alright.
It's all about Uber nowadays. You feel like
Yeah.
taxis seem like they're more common to use in like other countries that aren't in the Western world.
One time I called a taxi when I was a kid because I missed the bus. I called a
Yeah.
taxi to the bus stop. This guy, it's like this guy smelt opportunity. He's like, okay, how much money do you have? This is like a $10 at most drive. I was
That's how
like,
you know you're getting scammed when they say how much money you have.
he's like, how much money you guys said? I was like, okay, I got a 20. He's like, okay, let me have it. I'm like, oh, okay. I was a kid, so I didn't protect myself. I was like, okay, I gave it to him. And then the fare was like $10, bro. He's like, we got to the stop. He's like, okay, bye. I'm like, can I can I get my change? He started yelling at me. I'm like, damn,
He yelled at you. How old are you, bro?
bro. I was like, what was this, grade 8? So I was like 12, 13.
Bro, this guy's yelling at the whole
Like,
kid.
yelling at me. And then he gave me a 20 back. And I needed that change to get on the bus too. So I'm glad I got at least got that 20 back because then I wouldn't have been able to get on the bus. Good. Yeah.
Damn, yeah, that dude ripped you off, bro.
They don't take taxis and don't take Ubers. Just walk or jump.
Guys, yeah, just be Flash. That's all you gotta do. Just be Flash.
Bro, I watched Love Island, X on the Beach, on Crave, bro. I watched those two.
Oh shit! I haven't watched X on the beach, but I've seen a clip on it because I know people that were on it, like these people from Big Brother that I used to watch
Shit,
on it.
bro.
Like was a guy named Jamar on it?
I don't even remember that. I really don't remember the
Or
name.
like a black guy from Toronto, like like Jamar's from Toronto, another Toronto youth. I know he was on it, and like I just saw clips on it on YouTube, and his exes came on it, and he's like, "Yo, shit, like, what you guys saying?" But I wanted to check that out too. That seems like a good show.
it's interesting, and it's MTV, so it's not boring. It's not like
Eh,
you know.
I've watched I've watched just like mainly like The Circle. Have you heard of that show?
I watched the first 1 or 2 seasons of that one.
Oh shit, you've watched The Circle too, bro. How did I not know that stuff?
Bro, bro, probably kept it probably.
Yeah, I think it's one of those ones. I think we all probably just keep this stuff from
Yo,
each
what
other
if
on
everyone
purpose.
we know
That's what I'm saying, bro.